fellas look worse, she'll follow me. Yeah, well, I haven't decided what I want yet. I thought I might just pick a few out and try them on, if that's all right.
Ah, well, see if there's anything you like, and I'll be with you in a moment.
Thanks.
Why don't you look after these ladies here, and I'll look after that one? Well, you are here to work, aren't you?
Yes.
Sorry, B. It took so long because I got tied up with a customer.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, geez, I was worried about you, breaking out and all that.
No need to worry about me.
Well, it's good to see you, though. You are okay, aren't you?
Yeah, fit as a fiddle. Looking pretty dangerous yourself.
Well, I knew that you'd come to me sooner or later, but what took you so long?
I knew they'd be watching you. I didn't want to get you into any strife.
Well, you can stay with me as long as you like. You know that. And we'll find a way to fool those cops.
No, thanks, love, but no thanks. It's too risky.
Yeah, but I got this...
Forget it. We'll never get away with it. Besides, you're not going back inside for me.
I've got to do something to help. How are you off for money?
As a matter of fact, I'm pretty skint. I had a fair bit of cash that won't get into Sydney. I've got a couple $100 from the old bag I was working for. That'll be gone soon. Food is so bloody expensive.
Is it ever? Well, how much do you need?
I hate to ask you for it, but just enough for me to, keep going and start off somewhere new.
Well, I'll go and see how much I got in my bag. Look, try these on in case that sneaky Macon's hanging around.
Okay.
That woman in there's certainly taking her time, isn't she?
Oh, yes. But you know what some of them are like. Real picky. You can't rush them, though.
I suppose not. Look, it's time for your coffee break. I'll look after her if you like.
Oh, my coffee break can wait.
I don't mind.
No, but she might. She looks the sort that might complain if she gets bobbed off onto somebody else, and you've got to keep the customers happy. Well, I said I'd get her another dress. It's a bigger size. You know what they're like, real vain, trying to squeeze into something that won't fit them.
I see.
Look, you better take something and go. That cop's starting to ask funny questions.
What do you reckon she's onto us?
Well, not yet, but she will be if you stay around much longer, snoopy bitch.
Right.
Here.
Love.
I know it's not very much, but the bank's closed and I'll get more for you tomorrow.
That could be a hassle. I can't come back here. And your shadow will follow you everywhere.
I thought of that. I'll get rid of her.
Easier said than done.
Well, I'll think of something. I've already thought of a place for us to meet.
Where?
The State Theatre tomorrow afternoon. Do you know where it is?
I'll find it.
Well, I thought the 5 o'clock session because not many people go to that.
Okay, I'll be there.
Right, well, I'll meet you inside. Now go to the dress circle and go down near the front.
All right, you're on. That's an awful lot of money to be carrying around, huh?
Yeah, well, I thought of that too. You just keep the carry bag from the shop and bring it with you tomorrow.
Why?
Well, I'll bring another carry bag with the money in it and we'll swap them during the picture.
Oh, good one, Doreen. Couldn't do better myself.
Doreen, we have customers waiting out here.
Oh, yeah, coming, Mrs. Dennis. I better get out there before the old bugger comes in. Do you reckon this'll fit you?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'll whip it into a bag and put the money in the till later.
Why can't I just nick it?
Because you'll get caught, that's why. See these things they put on the dresses nowadays? Well, the alarm goes off as you go through the door.
Yeah? Boy, haven't I been out of it for a while.
Doreen!
I'm coming. Listen, you get changed and come out. And I'll keep the cop busy while you leave.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Sorry I took so long, but I've got her to buy something in the long run.
Good. When you finish, see to that lady over there. She's been waiting a while.
Yeah, sure. Oh, here you are, madam. I hope you're happy with it.
Thank you. I'm sure I will be.
was trying to knock something off.
Deirdre, come on. Well, this is in your line of work, isn't it? What are you trying to do, Matt? Trying to take something out of the shop? Come on, we'll have to look at you. We'll have to get the sort of detective if you don't care.
Looks like, they might be...
Well, nothing so far. Mind you, all of these were written before they knew censorship was off.
Before we lied to them, you mean?
If they didn't try and put it across us, it wouldn't be necessary, would it?
I suppose not.
Hey, what's going on around here? Just had my bag searched at the gate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You'd left for lunch before I could tell you. It's a new regulation. All officers are to be searched on their way in.
Why?
Mrs. Davidson's orders. If it bothers you, I'd take it up with her.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. Of course, it won't affect those of us with nothing to hide, will it?
No, of course it won't.
I thought the women had been told their mail wouldn't be censored anymore.
Yeah, that's right, they were.
You should all be outside by now. Not you, Mackenzie. I want a word with you. It's about time we had a little chat about our partnership.
I got the impression that that was over.
Don't be stupid, Mackenzie. You couldn't exist without me, and you know it. Now, the governor's already making things a bit difficult for your little enterprise, but I've got a piece of information that you need.
Like what?
Payment first. $30.
You gotta be joking.
You've got a choice, Mackenzie. Pay up, or I take every cent you've got on you. Good. Now, this one's a real little gem. They're still censoring your mail.
We've been told different.
They're just trying to con you, hoping you'll let something slip through about the drugs.
Bastards.
I thought you'd be interested.
Well, two can play at that game. Only I'll be one step ahead of them all the way.
Yeah, only if you've got someone like me with inside information. And don't you ever forget it.
Everything under control?
Certainly, Mrs. Powell.
Good. Listen, I want the women watched carefully. Don't make it too obvious, though.
No, expecting any trouble?
Yes, always. However, we won't allow any to develop, will we?
I wonder what they're cooking up.
I reckon they're waiting for a bundle of dope to come sailing over the wall.
Yeah, well, I wish it would, because I wrote you'd go down real well.
Well, I'd hate to disappoint them seeing they're all geared up for strife. Just sit back and watch the action, ladies.
What the hell is she up to?
Dunno. But the fish sure are biting. And they're coming down the straight, and it's Po-Face by a head, followed by the freak. And here they come, and they're heading towards it. Oh, no, Mackenzie.
Sure, Mrs. Powell. Are you collecting old cans now?
Okay, got your topic. It's a bit John's and Tunes.
Hi, Deirdre. How's things?
Oh, a bit slack. Where have you been?
Lunch. Had yours yet?
No.
Oh, well, you look as though you could do with a break. Why don't you go and ask Mrs. Dennis? I'm sure she won't mind. You can't spend all your time working, you know.
Oh, that was real grouse, Noah. You got Po-Face real twitchy. She'll be jumping at her own shadow next.
Yeah, I told you, didn't I? A few more days of this sort of aggro and things will be back to normal. But in the meantime, Bill's just the bloke to help us out.
What are you going to get him to do?
I don't know yet. But the fun's just beginning, kiddo. You ain't seen nothing yet. The women were real pleased with the food parcel you sent in, Bill.
Glad you could use it.
Oh, no worries about that. We don't see much fancy stuff around here. Any chance of another of the same?
Yeah, I think I could arrange it.
Oh, good. Only I wouldn't worry about including the tea this time.
It was damn good tea. I thought you would have liked it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's a bit hard to get rid of. Pass me a packet of fags, will you?
Just a minute.
Hey, what are you doing? I was just giving her a cigarette.
No passing goods to the prisoners. You should know that, Mackenzie.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Sorry about that, Bill. Everything gets searched these days. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, can you send in another food parcel? But don't worry about the tea.
Yeah, I'll get onto it straight away.
Okay, Mackenzie, your time's up.
Oh, geez, we had so much to catch up on. It was real nice to see you, Bill. I'll be in touch real soon.
I'll see you out, Mr. Mackenzie. Gotta make sure you get out of here safely. You can wait for an escort.
Never mind about that, Birdsworth. Just get moving.
I'm coming, Lizzie.
Come on, Daniels. Miss Brown, hurry them up, please. Good heavens, what's that?
Was left at the gate for Daniels.
Daniels? Well, she's hardly the teddy bear type.
No, I would have thought she was more the teddy boy type.
I wonder.
You think so?
Yes, I do. And I can't let it go through, can I? Search it.
Right.
Hi, Carl. Did I miss a car?
Yes. 60.
Food parcel for Mackenzie. Didn't waste any time, did he? She only asked for it a couple of hours ago.
What's going on around here? Well, I suppose we'll just have to go through it.
Sure. Listen, shouldn't we have searched Brian's bag too? I mean, you never know, do you?
Oh, damn. Ask the gate guard to do it, will you?
Oh.
I'll get on with this.
Won't take you long, you'll
What's
see.
all this?
Oh, just having a smoker, Miss Ferguson.
We'll get back to work. Oh, your friend was quick off the mark. He's already sent in that parcel you ordered.
Good. So when do I see it?
As soon as Mrs. Powell's satisfied there's nothing in it that shouldn't be.
Knowing Bill, I reckon it'd be a pretty big parcel. That should take a while.
I'll have that, Henley. It's no use to you. Hasn't got any pictures. Okay, start working.
Don't take any notice of her, love. She doesn't know anything about nothing.
I know what you were just doing, and they say that cops have an exciting life. Well, don't you reckon this is kind of dumb? Why are you tailing me 10 feet behind when I'm just going to the pictures? Why don't you come along with me?
Well,
It makes sense, doesn't it?
I suppose so. I've got the feeling nothing's going to happen anyway. Perhaps you're not such a good friend of B. Smith's as they think.
Oh, yes, I am. But she's real clever. You know, she wouldn't come anywhere near me because she knows the cops would be sniffing around me somewhere. She's a real tricky lady. You know, the last time she escaped... Well, come on! The last time she escaped...
Martin. Mackenzie.
Thanks, Miss Ferguson.
All right, what's going on, Mackenzie?
Nothing, Mrs. Powell.
I saw you change the jars. Why?
Oh, I thought Maxie's was different, that's all. I like the stuff that's supposed to taste like real fresh roasted coffee beans.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. They're all the same and you know it. Okay, give them to me.
Oh, and I was just gonna make a cup.
I reckon there really is a difference, you know.
Okay. Collect all the goods from the women, Miss Ferguson. They're going to have to be searched.
Oh, that's not fair, Mrs.
I'm quite happy with my coffee.
You heard what I said, so get on with it.
I reckon this is getting bloody ridiculous.
Oh, this extra vigilance doesn't seem to be paying off, does it?
Not yet.
We won't find anything. That excuse Mackenzie gave about the coffee wouldn't take anyone in.
What are you getting at?
Too much has been happening. They know we're looking for dope.
How could they? Unless one of the officers is letting them in on what we're doing. That could be happening, of course.
Oh, no. It's much more simple than that. They've been on to us ever since you searched the cells.
Perhaps.
Of course they have. Won't find anything now. You should have made things a lot tougher before they went this far.
Really looking forward to this. I've been waiting to see it for ages, haven't you? 2 thanks. You can pay me later.
Thank you. Yes, please.
2, thank you.
Tell me more about Smith.
Well, she's one of my best mates on the inside, but I suppose you know that already. She's the sort of person you could rely on, you know, a real good mate. I'd like to see her again, talk about old times, but wouldn't want to get caught for harbouring an escaped criminal. Still, there's not much chance of that happening with you around, is there? She really was top dog, you know, all the time we was inside. Of course, there was always someone trying to take over from her, you know, knock her off. But none of them lasted for too long, if you know what I mean. Oh, what about here? Not too many people, eh?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Oh, this is going to be real good. I like going to pictures after work. How long you been a policewoman, Deidre?
Oh, a few years.
Bet it isn't all boring stuff like this, eh? Ever been involved in anything like they do on the telly?
Please, Doreen.
Well, have you? You know, shootouts and stuff like that?
I'll tell you about it later. We'd better keep the noise down. I think that woman left because of you.
Geez, did she? Sorry. Just got a bit carried away. Anyway, the movie's about to start, so I better shut up, hadn't I? Well, we made it this far, but it's been a long time since I've seen you, Bea, and I've really missed you. I haven't got any mates like you or Lizzie or Jude up here, and it might be ages till we see each other again. So I thought maybe, if you're not in too much of a hurry, you could take this key and come to my flat during the day after I've gone to work. The cops will be following me, so you ought to be safe. Please try and make it. Love, Doreen. Oh, P.S. Hope 2,000 will be enough. I'll get more if you want it.
Doreen.
What's that?
Well, what does it look like? I want you to see that it gets outside.
Well, why don't you send it the usual way? You heard Po-Face censorship's off.
You mob never learn, do you? That's just what they want us to think. It's just another con.
Hey?
And even if it wasn't, it's too much of a risk. It's my next dope order.
Well, what about me? How the bloody hell am I supposed to get it out?
Your mate Birdbrain.
Oh, you're joking, aren't you? She wouldn't be in
Look, you don't tell her what's in it. She's always skiting about how much she hates dope. Nobody's going to go through her mail. It'd be a breeze.
Well, I can't. I don't even know what sort of line I could spring her.
You'll think of something.
Well, it's not that easy putting something over Lizzie. And anyway, like you said, she's one of me mates.
Daniels, you'll find a way. And be quick. I want that dope supply in here real soon. Got it?
Hi, how you going? Listen, I know you've got to stick with me, but why don't we make it a little bit easier on ourselves?
How do you mean?
Well, I know you must feel a bit of a goose pulling up every time the bus stops, right? So why don't you just drive me to work and we'll both be happy?
Yeah, okay. Sounds logical to me.
No speeding.
Well, that sure beats the hell out of looking through prison bars.
Oh, you could have made me a cup of tea, B. I've had a bugger of a day.
How you going, you old tart?
Oh, terrific. Gee, it's good to see you.
Yeah. I wish you could have seen your face in that shop.
Well, what'd you expect? It's not every day you come face to face with a double murderess.
Which reminds me, is your watchdog still outside?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Yep, there he is, the poor man's Pink Panther. G'day, Spunky! I love doing that. Every time I wave to him, he ducks behind a car and makes out he doesn't even know who I am.
Same old Doreen. Well, looks like I have to stay here the night. You're not expecting anyone, are you?
No, my flatmate's away for a couple of days, so you can hang around here until she gets back if you like.
Thanks, love, but no thanks. I think I better keep heading north. Might as well keep going when my luck holds.
Oh, yeah, but you've done all right so far. But how did you do it? Did you really just walk out of Wentworth like they said you did on the telly?
Yeah. I can hardly believe it myself. Look, I'm starving. I'll tell you about it when we get tea.
No, look, I'll get it. I've learned to cook, you know. You just sit there and relax.
Okay, ladies. When you made your purchases, don't hang around. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves, do we? Next.
Give me 2.
You know the rules. 1 per customer. Anyway, didn't think you smoked the stuff.
Yeah, well, now I do. Must be running a bit low by now.
Oh, don't worry. There's plenty more where this came from. Well, well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. Come into some money, did we?
No, but I thought, well, I always pay me debts and...
And you want credit, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, where are you going to smoke it this time? In the staff room?
Oh, fair go.
Hang on. I've just remembered something. I owe you wages, don't I? I wonder how much a postman is worth these days. I reckon that's fair enough, don't you? Next.
195 a week? He must be joking.
Yeah, but that covers everything. Well, it doesn't really. It doesn't cover me fares or if I go out, but almost everything else.
Well, that sort of money I'd want to. God, I'd want hot and cold running blokes. How much do you earn at the shop?
Not enough. That's the problem. My bank account's taken a real hard knock.
Well, then why the hell live here?
Why not?
I've got to be. I know it sounds crazy, but Barbara Fields once said something to me, and I reckon it makes a lot of sense. She said if you really want to make a go of it in this world, you've got to put up a bit of a front.
What?
Well, you know what it's like. If you look as though you've got a bit of money, people treat you a bit decent. I mean, look at me in that halfway house. They treated me like I was a charity case. I mean, they meant well enough, but, well, you could practically see their halos light up every time they smiled or gave you $1.
What about your flatmate, what's her name, Debbie?
She's all right. She's a bit tight with her money, that's all. She wants me to pay a bit more for food than her because she reckons I eat more. But that doesn't go for all her freeloading friends that come over here.
Look, I know it's not my life, but why don't you move out of here to the other side of the harbour? Here, you're only paying for the view. I know I shouldn't talk after all the money I've taken.
Oh, shut up, Bea. That's different. You're my mate, remember?
And Debbie isn't, right?
Well, I suppose I was a bit spoiled at Wentworth, wasn't I? Not everybody's like you and Lizzie.
Believe me, Mrs. Powell, I'm as much against drugs as anyone. But you can't ask me to betray this woman's trust.
I'm not asking you to, Mr. Barker. But I am asking you to help us stamp out the drug trafficking in here for the good of all the women. Now, we think it's only cannabis, but could be wrong. I'm sure you've seen the damage that hard drugs can do to young people, and I wouldn't like to see that happen in here, would you?
Very well. If she says anything that may help, I'll pass it on to you. But I won't question her.
Well, of course not. Thank you.
I see. No wonder you wouldn't tell me who it was.
Okay, Mackenzie. Behave yourself. I'll be out in the corridor if you need me.
What's going on? They shouldn't be left unsupervised.
They have to be. I've
So
asked
this
him
is
to
how
tell
you-
us if she mentions anything about
I
the
don't think
drugs.
much-
And he agrees.
Miss Mackenzie.
Look, you can preach all you want, but leave me out of it because I think it's a
Miss
load of
Mackenzie,
crap.
please. I'm sorry if you think I've been devious. That was not my intention at all. All I'm asking is that you give me this one hearing. Then if you decide not to cooperate, I'll leave and never come near the prison again. Agreed?
This ought to be good. Go for your life, preacher. Give us some of that good old-fashioned preaching.
Now, I'm not here to preach. All I want to do is help the women with any personal problems they may have. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bible, but Luke placed a lot of importance on the family unit. Please read this.
Stick it, preacher. Like I said, no religion.
Miss Mackenzie. Please read it. I'm sure you'll find it a most uplifting experience.
Taking a little break, are we, Dobson?
Yes, Miss Ferguson?
You're as high as a kite. Where did you get it, Dobson?
Don't know what you mean, Miss Ferguson. Just feels good.
I bet it does. You clean that mess up and get back to work.
Well, have you any idea why they won't let Alan Farmer in to visit Laney Dobson?
Oh, yes, I do, but I'd rather Mrs. Davidson gave you the answer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I do. Can I go through?
Yes, I'll let her know you're coming. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, Judy Bryant on her way through. Judy's signed in, if that's what you're looking for.
No, I'm not. Just checking to see who's had a visitor today.
Only that chap from the local church. Tomorrow's our big day.
So, only Mr. John Barker, eh?
Yes, why?
In here, Mackenzie.
What's going on?
You're dealing again, aren't you?
Now, where'd you get that idea?
You're dealing in dope again. Right or wrong.
Yeah, all right, but I was going to give you your cut.
Not interested in your money. Not for the moment, anyway. Something else I want, Mackenzie. Something much more important.
I'm listening.
Control of the women. Real control.
How do you think you're going to get that?
Through you. You see, Mackenzie, you're going to be top dog.
Oh, forget it, I'm not
You
interested.
control the women, and I control you. That puts me at the top of the heap. And you'll do it. Because if you don't, I'll blow the whistle on you and your supplier. See you in church. Mackenzie, for a minute there, I thought we had Smith back with us. What's all this about?
We've got a complaint. We want to see someone from the department.
The governor's on the way? Is that good enough for you?
No way. We want a chief, not an Indian. Now, do we get what we want or not?
Don't you talk to me like that.
Yes or no?
Forget it, Mackenzie. Seems to be the ringleader. Quiet! Mackenzie, the governor wants to talk to you. And shut this lot up.
I assume there's an explanation for this behaviour, Mackenzie.
Yeah, that's right.
Well?
Didn't Ferguson tell you? We want to see someone from the department. What'd you say his name was, Maxine?
Mr. Douglas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mr. Douglas. No offence, Mrs. Davidson, but we're only dealing with him.
Don't be ridiculous, Mackenzie. Mr. Douglas is not going to rush over here just because you say so. He's a very busy man.
And he's going to be a whole lot busier by the time we finish with him.
And if he doesn't come? Keep the gate locked.
Right. Go and get it. What do you reckon, Lizzie?
What do I reckon? I reckon we got a new top dog.
It's only me. Do you want a beer?
Yeah, you're buying.
Oh, only if you're pouring. Hey, were there any problems today?
No worries. Except I started making a salad and I couldn't find a decent knife.
Oh, yeah, that's because the good knife is in the fuse box. I couldn't find a screwdriver.
Well, that figures, because the screwdriver's in with a knife.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Look, I'm glad you're here, because guess what? I'm starving.
You're not kidding. I'm so hungry I could chew the leg off
Of a low-flying duck. You don't really have to go tomorrow, do you, Bea?
Yes, love, I do.
You could stay on another day.
No, Dawn, I don't want to push my luck. Besides, you've done enough for me already.
Yeah, but that's because we're mates.
And that's another reason. You've done really well for yourself, and I'm proud of you. If anything happened to you because of me, I'd never forgive myself. What the hell's that? Who is it?
Debbie.
I'm sorry, Doreen. I know I should have called. I just didn't get a chance. Everything happened so quickly. Anyway, I didn't check the mailbox. I'll do it now. You can introduce your friend to me when
Hold it! I'm warning you, you try and leave here and your flatmate is going to have throat trouble.
Please, Debbie.
What do you want?
Doreen here is not being very cooperative. So much for old mates. So it's up to you.
Go on.
For starters, you can go and see if the cops are still out front. Don't be stupid. From the window. Well?
I can't see any police.
He's in an unmarked car, silver, registration number KDH540.
Yes, he's looking up.
Well, wave to him. Now come here and get that clothesline from the bathroom.
What do you want?
Get! If you're not back here in 2 seconds, your flatmate is going to be mincemeat. You better have this back.
Why, babe?
If I'm caught with it on me, they'll know you gave it to me.
Okay. Hell, I'm gonna miss you, Bee.
Just keep going straight. I'm real proud of you. Thanks for everything. Toss it over here. Now get over here and lie face down on the floor. Here, tie her up.
Oh, come off it.
Do it!
Yeah, it's Ferguson here. Any sign of Mr. Douglas yet? Well, as soon as he does, ring straight through and let the governor know. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, I'm real well, thanks, Miss Ferguson. How have you been? You remember old farmer, don't you?
Yes, I do. And he's been told he can't visit Dobson, so what's he doing here?
Well, why can't he? I mean, I'm a bit hazy on that point. Is it some sort of official refusal or what?
It's from the department. Is that official enough?
I would like to hear that from Mrs. Davidson.
Well, it's a great pity, Brian, because she's rather busy at the moment. Some of your friends in there have decided to play up.
I know, that is disgusting. You must be losing your touch.
Don't forget to sign out.
I won't as soon as I've seen Mrs. Davidson.
What do we do now?
Well, you heard the lady. I mean, Mr. Douglas is on his way in here. It'd be rude to leave without saying hello to him.
Okay, you two, just keep looking at the floor. This is where I say goodbye.
Debbie, don't. She might come back. Debbie, don't. You don't know what she's like.
No, Sarge. Nothing since the Phillip girls entered the premises.
Well, stay on it, Jack. That exchange opens at 1900. Cars 4 and 5 are still around the corner in Green Street. Nothing to report from them either. Maybe we're on a dead duck here, but you never know.
I think we'll have to change the surveillance car, Sarge. The Burns girl keeps waving at me. Hang on, that's not her. Something's wrong. Excuse me, madam. Police here.
Some of us may not be too bright, but we're not stupid enough to fall for that snow job you've just given us.
If you've got a complaint to make, let's discuss it in English, shall we?
Yeah. I reckon I could manage that. We reckon the department put up a big show before the TV cameras. As soon as they turned up, we had a teacher, a doctor, unlimited buy-up.
Yeah, where are they now?
Shut up, Henley. Like the lady said, where are they?
They were never meant to be permanent. Now, if that's all, Mackenzie, I really
No,
am
it
rather
isn't.
busy.
We asked for help to get rid of some of the girls' tattoos, and we were turned down flat, and we want to know why.
You were not turned down flat at all. The department hadn't made a decision, that's all.
Okay. Well, let's make one now. The girls would be real happy if you could. They don't like making trouble.
The program will start when we find someone to do it. And I might add, the decision was made before I came here.
Yes, of course it was. Well, there you go, girls. All we had to do was ask.
I'll see you in your office now.
We'll need you to come down to the station and give us a statement sometime.
But not today.
No, tomorrow will be fine. Well, thanks for your help, ladies. I'll see myself home.
Oh, thank God that's over with. Doreen?
Yeah? Oh, yeah, terrific. Do me a favour, next time you have friends around, make sure they're not on the run, will you?
There won't be next time, Debbie. I'm moving out.
Moving? Why?
Just can't afford to stay on this side of the harbour anymore.
Oh, well, thanks very much. How am I supposed to afford this on my own?
Oh, you'll be all right. You'll find someone else. I'm sorry, Deb, but I am going. I've been talking to a friend and she said that I'd be mad for staying here.
Oh, I see. She's talked you into moving in with her, has she?
No. No, she didn't, as a matter of fact. But I wouldn't mind. She was the best friend I ever had.
Brought an old pal in to see you. Caused a fair bit of trouble, this one. Not to mention the escort from Sydney and all that.
That sounds like Smith.
See, she doesn't hop over the wall again in a hurry, will you?
We'll see to it, all right. Stand on the line, Smith. Thank you. Your name is Beatrice Alice Smith, is that correct?
Yep.
Speak up.
Yes.
Yes, what?
I'll take over, Miss Ferguson. I know you have to finish that report for Mr. Douglas.
Suit yourself. Don't worry, officer. This one will be well taken care of from now on.
Good.
My name is Beatrice Alice.
Well taken care of.
You're back, Smith. Enjoy your break.
Resisting arrest.
I want to see all available officers in the Governor's office straight away. See to it, Miss Ferguson.
Yes, Mrs. Powell.
Right, OB, let's get this over with. Why did you do it, B? I mean, you've always thought that escaping was pointless. I mean, you must have known they'd catch up with you sooner or later and bring you back here. And as for any chance of parole, but I say that's completely out of the question now. Oh, I suppose Mrs. Davidson ought to see me. You'll be sent for later. Are you all right? And as for your parole, well, I'd say that's completely out of the question now.
Well, as some of you are already aware, Mrs. Davidson resigned yesterday for personal reasons. No, well, sorry to lose her, but work goes on as usual.
I take it the position will be advertised in the Gazette. Or has the department already decided on a replacement?
No. It'll be advertised, and all senior officers may apply. In the meantime, I'll be taking over as acting governor. I've appointed Mrs. Morris as my deputy. I know you'll all give us your support. I think, though, the important thing at the moment is that we all work together on any difficulties that arise.
Well, I hope there'll be a few changes. Tighter security for a start.
No, not at the moment. We will continue with the restrictions recently introduced, of course.
I would have thought harsher restrictions were necessary under the circumstances, considering the fact we had a near riot.
As I said, matters will remain the same until I decide otherwise. What I'm asking for is cooperation from everyone. All right. Well, I don't think the women need to be told anything about this at the moment. So, thanks for your time. Back to duties.
The new chum must be a really bad bugger who got clapped in the pound first up. Our newspaper was flowers this morning. Is that because they've written about her?
Just stop the talking, Birdsworth, and take the trading.
All right, Miss Ferguson.
And make it snappy. No talking.
Whatever happened, love?
G'day, Lizzie.
I thought you would have been miles and miles away by now.
Birdsworth, out.
All right, Miss Ferguson, I'm just coming.
Enjoy your meal, Smith. Of course, it's not what you've become accustomed to, but you've got plenty of time to get used to it again, haven't you?